Hey guys, today on the channel we're going to be taking a look at the rear quarter windows on our 66 Mustang and see if we can get them rolling up and down. Stick around if you'd like to see how we do it. Alright guys, so what we're going to be doing here is we're going to be pulling this apart right here and taking a look at the track and the wheels and everything inside of here for the back quarter window. On the driver's side right here, I can roll it down about this much before it stops and won't go any further. It kind of binds up and jams. And now it also won't go back up. So I'm gonna take this apart and kind of see what's going on right here. Hopefully this is just the rollers in there a little bit jammed up. If that's the case, we'll just take it apart, we'll clean it out, and then I got some new rollers for it. We'll put those in there and see if we can get this working again. Alright guys, so I've got the back panel off on this right here, and I'm taking a look at everything, and it looks like my regulator popped off the track right here. Also, you can see the rollers that are on here. They're pretty well worn out, and they're not really even turning on here. This one doesn't look too bad, but I'm going to pop it off of here. This one back on the other side though, it is broken off on there, so I'm gonna pop this one out, pop a new one on. We'll grease it up, we'll get this get these back in the tracks right here. Here's one of the tracks, and then I have another track right up in here. So you can see right here, this one is missing about half of it right here, so definitely good to get these replaced here. Alright guys, so from what I've been gathering right here, this piece of the regulator right here where the wheel goes, this will have to rotate up, and it'll have to sit up in this track right up in here. So we'll do that one. It's going to go in the horizontal track, and then the other one, the other side of this right here, this piece right here, where when the wheel goes on, will go into this track right here, from my understanding. So that is what I'm going to be working on getting into here. All right guys, so here are the new wheels that I have to install on the studs on my regulators. Notice it has the clips in them already. From my understanding, you don't have to take out these clips to push these onto the studs. It's only to take them off of the studs on the regulator that you need to remove that cotter pin in there, I believe. So we'll go ahead, we'll try and pop these onto there and see if this fixes it. Alright guys, so I lowered this down, trying to keep it in the same position that I kind of needed it right here. This is gonna, once I get this roller on here, it's gonna just roll, it's gonna swing over and click into it, and then I can raise it up a little bit, I can go up a little bit with it, and then I can do the top one. So if I'm not mistaken, all we should have to do is we'll get, now you want this cotter pin facing the inside of this. There's a little groove. There's a little groove on this stud right here. So that is where the clip on the roller locks into. So first I'm going to put it in the track, and then I'll just push this stud into it to lock it in. Okay, so I slid the wheel in from the bottom of the track, and then I have my stud on my regulator. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna rotate I'm just gonna bring the stud over to it, and then once I get it there, I'm just gonna press it together. There we go. So that is now connected to that wheel, and I'm gonna do the same thing up here on the top track, this track up here. Alright, there we go. So I don't know if you guys can see that or not right here, but I was able to get the wheel on the stud right there. Now, the next step, all we should need to do is just to lube this up a little bit, and then we should be able to try it out and see how it works. All right, now one thing, when I was talking to my local Mustang shop, about when I was talking to them about these rollers right here, they were saying usually people use white lithium grease in these tracks right here where the wheels are to help it glide up and down. They recommended that I try and use maybe some motorcycle chain lube, as the white lithium grease over time will kind of gunk up and get all sticky in there and collect a lot of dust and everything. Where I believe they were saying that the chain lube for like motorcycles and whatnot, it's better at lubricating and not getting jammed up with so much dirt. So we'll give it a shot. We'll see how it works. You know, if it doesn't work too well, we can always pull it back apart and redo it with something else. So we'll give this a shot and see how it works. Alright guys, so I got the window rolling up and down here. The motorcycle chain lube, it did help. It's not quite to where I want it, so I am going to try and lube it up with some of this. It's a WD-40 gel lube. So I'm going to give this a shot real quick here, and we'll see if that does anything better for it. Alright guys, so I think that does the trick pretty good. This WD-40 gel lube actually I think worked a little bit better than that motorcycle chain lube right there. So I got it, it rolls down no problem now, as well as I can roll it up with no issues right there. So yeah, that was the issue that I was having right there. It's just my my wheels in the tracks were they were dried out, they were cracked, you know, they were broken a little bit. So I just got some new rollers, popped them in there, greased it, and it's working pretty good now. So that is going to be it for the driver's side, and we will go on ahead and move over to the passenger side next. Hopefully it should just be the same thing. Alright guys, so it looks like we have a similar situation on this side. Looks like we don't even have a wheel on this stud back in here. And then the one that's down here looks like it's kind of just completely broken off right there. So we'll go on ahead and get this off of here. We'll get the new wheels in here in the tracks, and then we'll grease it up like the other side, and we should be good to go. Alright guys, so again we have our new wheels, and we're just going to toss those on just like we did the other side here. Okay, so there's one. Alright guys, so now that we have the wheels in there, the regulator hooked up and everything, we're just going to go on ahead and hit it again with some of this WD-40 gel lube. Worked pretty well on the other side. We're just going to do the same thing on this side. Alright guys, so it looks like this one is good to go here as well. Rolls up and down nicely, and again, all that it was is just the wheels had broken off, and just had to put the new wheels in there and grease it on up. So now it goes on up and down, no problems. Alright guys, so that is all there is to getting the back rear quarter windows on your 66 Mustang to roll up and down. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please like it and give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And we'll see you in the next project. Thank you.